Ott with the pocket pair. You got to love a pocket pair three-handed. He and Blumstein playing their first main event. Pollak, a veteran of 9 main events.
Ott says he's tired. I believe him. I don't think he's slept since day 3.
And with that pocket pair, he raises to $4.4 million. Now the small blind, the chip leader, Blumstein with King 10.
Getting his degree at Temple, Scott attended afternoon classes, but usually skipped the morning classes because he's not a morning person. Then why schedule morning classes? I want answers. Scott engaged poker friends Asher Conniff, Chris Horter, and Jamie Kerstetter to help prep for this final table.
Blumstein with a 3-bet to $13.5 million. Pollak, Queen 5 of hearts, and he steps aside.
Pollak used to play squash and he used to swim. Big mistake. If you got spare time, you should go bowling or go to the library. Case closed.
Ott with a huge stack and a good hand.
Ott discussed final table strategy with both his brother Dylan and Doug Polk. Dan and Dylan both went to Penn State Altoona, even took the same classes. I doubt they were morning classes.
How big a pot does he want to play against the chip leader? There's just a call. Already $30 million in the middle. And here's the flop. And it's all clubs. Scott with a nut flush draw. Dan with the not nut flush draw.
It suddenly seems more somber. Blumstein says he loved having John Hesp here. It lightened the mood. It made it fun.
Scott Blumstein has the action on a draw over half the pot. He is relentless.
Well, the semi-bluff from Blumstein, unlikely to shed Ott with those 8s and a club draw.
His pocket 8s are the best hand right now.
And of course, his club draw is no good.
All right, so now almost $62 million in the middle. Turn card, 9 of diamonds. Ott is still best, no flushes yet.
Blumstein's got to give Ott credit for something, so he might slow down and hope to get a free one drawn to the nut flush.
Did you say Blumstein slow down in the same sentence? $20 million.
Well, Scott sees it differently, and he'll continue to apply the big stack pressure to Ott. If I'm Dan Ott, I have no idea where Blumstein's at.
He's right across the table.
I'm thinking of working alone next year.
And Dan Ott cutting out 20 of those oversized yellowed chips worth $1 million each. The Brasilia room eerily quiet now as Ott makes that call, staying with Blumstein chip for chip.
$100 million in a pot. There's only 360 million chips on the table.
Deuce of spades changes nothing. Ott is best with the 8s.
Blumstein staring at squad douche. Welcome to my life, Scott.
Lord.
Wow, Blumstein putting Ott to the test on a bluff.
And you could just see the blood rushing out of Ott's face upon hearing all in. I thought the turn call was tough for Ott. This is beyond tough. Calling off the rest of your chips in this spot at the main event with just one pair? I don't know.
He could grab control of this championship with a call, but it's an impossible call to make.
Yeah, this is a masterful power play by Blumstein. He likely puts Ott on a one-pair hand. But as you mentioned, if Dan can summon up a call here, he'd have 3/4 of the chips in play, and this whole baby would be transformed immediately.
Blumstein with a perfect no-limit wager holding the losing hand. And Ott gives it up! Dan Ott still with a healthy stack, but 2/3 of the chips now belong to Blumstein. His mom and dad love it.
Scott couldn't be my kid, brother. He's got ice water in his veins. I've just got fruit punch.
It's Blumstein and the short stacks. The final 3 from a cast of 7,221 at the 2017 World Series of Poker main event. Pollak on the button with Queen 10.
All in.
And he says all in for over $35 million. Ott now with King 9.
Pollak with 14 bigs left.
35.
Ott with just under 20 bigs left. Maybe he might open shove with this hand, but Pollak already all in. This has got to be a fold. He's thinking about it, though.
He is indeed. He does have a bigger stack than Pollak.
All in.
And he says all in. Now to the chip leader, and he's got ace-queen.
How much is that and how much is that?
The Blumstein could go for the gold right here.
There was a double knockout at that 98 final table, but it did not end the tournament. Could it happen here?
I think I can fold.
Pollak and Ott would both be on the hook.
He makes the call and is favored to score the double knockout for the title.
Come on, come on. Ace queen versus queen 10 and king 9. Come on. For the bird. One time. Come on, ace queen.
Blumstein, one clean board away from a double knockout and $8.15 million.
Benjamin, the short stack. He could win the main pot. The side pot will go to either Ott or Blumstein.
This place is delirious.
A historic World Series of Poker moment in the offing. And now for the flop of the tournament. A king for Ott to take the lead. Both Pollak and Blumstein with straight draws. What a moment.
That flop brings a smile on Dan Ott's face. Pollak can't like it.
Four of clubs keeping Ott in control. Blumstein still with a chance for the title here.
3 outs for the bird win. Come on.
Blumstein can end this championship with a 10. Pollak needs an ace or a 9 or he's done.
The river card, a 6, and Ott takes the whole pot.
Dan Ott lucky and happy to stick around.
Blumstein takes the hit. Pollak is gone in third place.
Pollak's 11th top 30 finish at a World Series event.
Good luck, Scott. You too. Just a couple of kids with a dream, man. That's all we are.
Pollak's bid to become the first French main event champion falls short, but $3.5 million will ease his pain. Dan Ott will work with $128 million. Scott Blumstein with almost $233 million. It's much closer than it looks. We're heads up for the bracelet and $8 million.
That's all right. We're in it. Okay. I thought he would shove a little bit. Way too loose. Really? King Jack? Way too loose.
And Scott Blumstein, a main event rookie from New Jersey with a huge lead on Dan Ott, a main event rookie from Pennsylvania. Blumstein with ace-deuce.
These two born 2 months apart in 1992. Heads up for the bracelet.
Blumstein with the weakest of aces. Just calls.
Sometimes you go an entire heads up without anyone limping on the button, and we've seen it a couple of times now already.
Ott with ace-8 of diamonds and a raise to $8 million.
Well, Scott was limping to trap Dan, except Dan with a big hand here heads up. Ott from Altoona, PA. Blumstein from Morristown, New Jersey. Center ring here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
I'm all in.
And Scott loves his ace. That would put Dan all in.
Out chipped almost 5-1 and down to under 20 big blinds. This looks like a prime double-up spot for Dan Ott. Ott not so sure, and Blumstein surely must think he has the best hand right now with his ace-deuce.
Ott with all his chips to lose, and herein lies the reason for the delay. The room suddenly silent.
And Dan Ott looks distressed.
And he can get back in it right now.
Yeah, with a double out, Blumstein's chip lead would be back down to less than 2-1.
Ott at risk. Ott with a better hand.
So what do I do with ace deuce, a limp shove or what? Too small. We're gonna be freaking 40 bigs deep again.
Scott's parents better get comfortable.
Yet another Blumstein-Ott all-in. Familiar territory for them.
Ott looking for his ace-8 to hang on, and the better ace is still the better hand now for Dan Ott after the flop.
I'm going to sleep. Let's go.
Turn card as both competitors pace the floor here in the Brasilia room at the Rio.
Just pair the board at least.
7 of hearts, status quo. Ott a clean river card away from a key double up.
Yeah, no pair, so no chop possibilities. Only a deuce knocks out Dan Ott and brings Scott Blumstein the title.
And the river card. Oh, the 2!
I guess a deuce on the river finally changed something.
Scott, we play well.
New Jersey's finest, from online grinder to world champion for Scott Blumstein.
This main event first-timer, Scott Blumstein, is the deserving 2017 main event champ. Dan Ott wins $4.7 million for second.
Really good. You gave us something. It's been an amazing experience, John. Scott, you deserve this, dude. You deserve this, man. I love you. I love you.
He folds to John Hesp in the big.
Oh.
And he'll call with ace-10 of hearts.
And the two big stacks meet again.
And Hesp in big trouble here.
You and me again, Scott.
Now here's the flop, and uh-oh, Blumstein with a set top pair for Hesp. He checks.
Hess flops top pair, and he is crushed.
Blumstein will check the rainbow flop. Turn card. Oh my, Hesp with 2 pair. Can he steer clear of danger? He does check.
Hess turns top 2, and he's crushed worse. From drawn thin to drawn deader than a doornail embedded in a subterranean portal buried under the wreckage of the Titanic.
That's dead. $3 million from Blumstein. That's John's favorite number.
John loves check raising big hands on the turn, and he's got a big hand. Aces and 10s here. Just looks like the nuts.
Race.
And he announces raise. The check raise coming.
Well, he wants to raise it to $3 million, but Scott's already made it $3 million.
He's the one drawn dead, as you mentioned, Norman. $7 million. And now Scott with an inkling that John has a hand.
I wonder if John is counting down the clock in Scott's head. He should be counting down how much longer he has the chip lead.
Scott Blumstein with a golden opportunity at this championship table. There is a re-raise. That is $17 million.
And now it gets serious. What a bad spot for John Hesp. On such a dry board, what can Blumstein be re-raising him with?
I'm all in. Call.
Oh, my!
Upset, baby! Let's go! Come on!
What a monumental misstep by John Hesp.
He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah, Scott thought John had a draw. Instead, he sees John has no draw and no outs.
Scott Blumstein with the double up.
John.
Blumstein's emotions torn, hurting at the despair of his sparring partner.
I love Scott. He's the kid brother I never had, but at this moment, it feels like our poker world has come crashing down. Scott, give John his chips back.
Hesp had visions of grandeur, but he was quickly blindsided and brought back to earth. There is your chip leader at this championship table by a wide margin.
John Hesp is devastated.
Folded to Bryan in the small blind at the 6-handed table. He's got pocket 8s.
All in.
Short stack of the remaining players. Yeah, he's all in for $8,650,000.
Piccioli pushes with 14 bigs. He's been grinding the short stack all day.
Antoine Saout in the big blind with a small ace.
Well, with an ace and nearly 60 bigs, this is an easy call for Antoine.
And there it is. The weak ace will try to eliminate Piccioli. It worked for Blumstein earlier against Dubini.
Piccioli was 84th in last year's main event. He does not want to finish 11th in this one.
Bryan seems pleased with his standings in the pocket eights.
I'm just saying.
Don't say anything.
Bro, this is...
Piccioli confidently sits back down, figuring he's not going anywhere. But a similar situation just busted Richard Dubini.
I want to break already today. They bounce. I lost queens against this case for the World Cup.
What do you think? You ran good or not?
I'm confident with it.
Saout with the ace-4, trying to knock off Piccioli with his pocket eights. And here is the flop and ace, another ace! Trip aces for Saout.
And Bryan Piccioli absorbs that jarring moment. His main event all but over.
Piccioli now hanging on a two-outer, queen of hearts. Saout one card from the knockout.
Piccioli ruefully accepting his fate. Just an unmistakably awful feeling.
Saout another step closer to another final table.
An 8 and an 8 only would rescue Bryan Piccioli.
The river card now. Oh, an 8!
An electrifying 8, an exhilarating 8 saves Bryan Piccioli.